Hello and welcome back. Today our lesson topic is Greetings from Around the World. In today's lesson, you will learn about why knowing this is important and different and interesting ways of greeting in countries around the world, which will include Turkey, New Zealand, China, Yugoslavia, Malaysia, Africa, Japan, and Thailand. And again, you may ask, why is knowing how to greet important? And of course the reasons are the same as why knowing body language is important. I think it's one of the first ways you can show respect towards someone and give them a good first impression. With that, it can help you connect with them better, and then it leads to you avoiding any unnecessary conflicts with others. A little reminder that we can never know all the rules another person operates by, but knowing that differences exist can help to stop you from getting misguided and help you understand why people may act in a certain way. Still keep in mind that hand gestures, eye contact, and personal space is still on a need-to-know basis. There are about 200 countries in the world and about 7,000 languages. We may never be able to learn or know about each and every language, but we can maybe have the chance one day to at least visit all these countries. And the first thing you need to learn when you go to a different country is how to greet, particularly how to greet properly based on their customs and cultural beliefs. First up is Turkey. In Turkey, they first give each other handshakes, then place their left cheek on the other person's left cheek, then they give a little kiss-like peck, and the same goes with the right cheek. Personally, my family is also from Middle Eastern countries, and if I remember correctly, mostly only family members or really close friends of the same sex will do this. But since I was mostly with family or with my family's old friends, they all gave me little pecks on both cheeks. I remember men and men also doing this gesture, and I think it can be a little weird at first because I was raised in Eastern Asia, but I found it to be a really very warm-hearted welcome. Next up is the Aboriginal Maori in New Zealand. It says that when they greet, they cry out this call, and then they touch nose to nose. I've also been to New Zealand, and I found this Aboriginal culture very, very interesting. I couldn't stop watching their shows, and their enthusiasm was so inspiring it gave me goosebumps. But because we are obviously tourist-like people, he gave me a high five instead. And now, China. The traditional way of greeting is baoquan, like the congratulation or gongxi gesture. I think this is a very typical stereotype thing, but mostly now I think that Chinese people greet with handshakes or bows more often now. But maybe in more traditional places they still greet this way. Next is Yugoslavia. It says that they usually give a pinch on the other person's face as a mean to give regards to others. This fact is new to me. I've never realized this, and now I've learned and we can all know. Okay, Malaysia. In Malaysia, two people will grasp their hands over each other like this picture here. But if I remember correctly, a lot of Malaysian people are Muslim, and I don't think this gesture applies to just anyone in Malaysia. Next up is Africa. Africa isn't really a country, but a continent with a lot of countries in it. And in most of these countries in Africa, it says that they put up their right hand and face their palm towards the opposite party. If I remember correctly, they also say jambo, but it's best to do some research before you actually do say that to another person when you go to an African country. It also shows the other person that they are not carrying a stone or a weapon. So this is a friendly symbol of the expression without a weapon, which means they are showing no harm in carrying no weapons towards the other person. And now, Thailand. In Thailand, the Thai way to greet for a male is to put their palms together on their chest and slightly bend their body upwards. For a female, they also put their palms together in front of their chest, but they put their right foot forward and slightly bend down for a bow. I think that these gestures are very elegant and so full of peace. For some reason, it makes me feel like meditating and relaxing. So I think it's safe to say that they made a really nice choice for greeting this way, and helping the person that is greeted feel relaxed and at home. And last but not least, Japan. In Japan, they bow instead of shaking hands and say konnichiwa. They also like to exchange their business cards and keep it carefully to show as a sign of respect. I would like to take this chance and give a high praise to the Japanese. I love how they have such good manners and how respectful they are. So I think it is more than fair to also respect them when you go to Japan, and also everyone else in every other different country, including your own. Lastly, I would like you all to think about these questions. Number 1. Why is greeting important? Give at least 2 reasons. Number 2. What are some of the words that you may use when greeting people? Number 3. What other interesting greetings have you seen that are not mentioned in this video? Give one example. If you would like to know more about these subjects, please make sure to look out for more videos coming soon. Thank you for joining us for this lesson. This online course is funded by the Ministry of Education. All facts and pictures were found on Google. None of this belongs to us. All rights belong to the creators and the authors that are included in this video. This video is used only for educational purposes. No harm meant to be done. Thank you.